Hi guys, it's Carrie at Rocking Farm, and today on the farm it's another dreary day. No sun, complete cloud cover, but at least it's not raining. We have had rain continuously for at least the last 4 days. We've even gone to the lake and had to get out of the lake because of the rain and lightning and thunder. So I'm so sorry about that, but today on the farm, guys, I have absolutely no plan, so just come along with me and let's work on the farm. Let's go. Okay, so I have just little bits and pieces of things that need to be handled or completed. So first thing I'm looking at right here is my blackberry bush. I got a new thornless blackberry bush that has been sitting on my porch for at least a month. So we're going to go ahead and plant that out, even though it's a nasty, dreary day and my blackberry and blueberry patch looks hideous, but that is on my list. But let's just go get this done and just tackle things one on one as they come to mind. I do need to watch this because I picked it up and it has a wasp on it. And I'm like, oh, okay, we'll just be very, very, very careful when I carry it. Okay, this was an extremely lush blueberry, blackberry, plush blueberry, blackberry area like 3 years ago. And then now it looks like this. So I'm believing it has something to do with these wild blackberries right here. You are not supposed to have wild blackberries with, I don't know what you call them, store-bought blackberries, because they put off some sort of chemical and it will damage your blackberries. I did not know that till I went to my Master Gardener's class this year. So we are going to be getting those out later whenever we have some time, but hopefully we'll get these up. As you can see, we are getting some good blackberries here, but just not what we had before. All of this plastic is coming up and we are going to completely redo this area. But I believe what I'm going to do is put this blackberry bush right here in this area where the dog has been chewing. And we've got actually some blackberries pushing up through the plastic here. So we're going to let them take this area. Look at this big old blackberry. See, I didn't realize that these were out here because that's all soggy. But look at that big old blackberry. Yep. So we'll just give that to the goats and see. Well, Tucker, do you think you want a blackberry? No, I didn't think you did. Yeah. Well. Okay, Tucker. There we go. Okay, so let's get this started and get this planted and fertilized so that we can get started on another project. Okay, so I really don't have to worry about the pH of my soil because our pH is about 5 throughout the farm. So we're really good there on our pH. So we don't really have to worry about that. And we did not amend this soil other than putting hollytone in it. I don't want to set those roots right on top of that fertilizer. So just mixing it in just a little bit, and let's see if I see Mr. Waspy. Yep, he's still there. So we're just going to do this little thing right here. Step on him and get him away from me. Just going to kind of stretch those roots out just a little bit because they are starting to go in a circle a little bit, and I don't want them to continue to do that. I want them to realize that they have all of this land to go into. And we will just do this just like that and just push it back in. As you can see, we have clay soil, but this has a lot of sand in it too. So even though it's clumpy, it's gritty. When you touch it, you can feel the sand in it. The weeds and everything away for a good 3 years. But now it is needing to be redone and maintained quite a bit. Let's give it just a little bit of a tap, tap, tap. And I knew that since we had a hole back here, I was going to bring just a little bit of soil and put in that hole right back there, just to kind of level it up a little bit. Okay. So guys, this is a Osage blackberry, and that was cultivated, improved, made, whatever you want to call it, at the University of Arkansas. They did a lot, they started off with a lot of the thornless blackberries. So anything like their Arapaho, Osage, what are the other ones in here? Anything with the Indian names like that, those are Indians that were here in the state of Arkansas. And they named the plants after the Native Americans here in the state, and I think that's absolutely wonderful. But this is actually one of the ones that was produced by the University of Arkansas, and I'm excited to have yet another one here. I do have a raspberry bush that is actually coming up this year. It's looking really good. It has been one stalk. Or one cane for the last 3 years, and I guess this year it decided that it wants to join us, and it is actually adding berries on. And so guys, we've got this done. I have tons of work to get in here, tons of weeds. I know it looks bad, but it's in the ground. It's going to start growing. It will grow around the weeds. So guys, let's get to our next project and see if I can get something off my list. I have started a second project. However, it's starting to sprinkle. So I'm going to leave y'all here on the porch, angled down so my camera won't get wet, while I pot up some zinnias, coleus, and probably maybe some creeping Jenny. We'll see. Okay, so I was able to salvage these pots out of the demolished greenhouse. Had to crawl in almost on my hands and knees to get them out, but I was able to get them out. And I'm going to go ahead and get some of this nastiness out of here. No matter how many times I weed, the weeds, it is, I know, part of living in the middle of a cow pasture, because the weeds come from everywhere, and I don't have any ground cover or anything on this, so they just continue to think that this is the best place to make their home, but it is not. And I am just going to start planting pots and put a whole bunch of pots in here, and hopefully the pots will cover up the ground enough so that the weeds won't grow so prolific. As you can see, I've already weeded this once. My mother's already weeded it once, and they're all back. But the good thing is, it's been raining for days, for weeks, and it's very soggy and easy to pull up. If I was to wait till this was dry and hot, I definitely wouldn't be able to pull these weeds out as easily as they are now. So we're just gonna get this done. So what I'm gonna do here, since this area is a very wet area, especially when we have lots of rain, I am going to put my pot on wood. Let's kind of level this out a little bit. Weights. I hate weights. Make sure that's not there. And then I'm going to take just the top layer of this soil out of here. This one's kind of got dumped over, but I'm just going to take a little bit of the soil out just to make sure there's nothing icky in there. I think I might go ahead and put a second board under this just because it's a little wobbly and I really don't want the dogs to jump in here and knock it down. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get some more soil out of my car and I will be right back. Okay, now these are zinnias that I received as a, oh, that's not a zinnia, that's a basil. This one's a zinnia. A zinnia that I received from a master gardener friend of mine, and she was so nice to give me this. So I'm just gonna pot it up right here. And I have no fertilizer on me today. I have no biotone, I have no plant tone, I have nothing. So we will get some more of that in the garden or in there later when I go and order some more. Now these coleuses that I overwintered in my window, they look pretty bad because they have been in a window since last August. And so I believe that it'll bounce back and it'll look good, but just right now, let's do that. Let me run real quick and see if I have another coleus. Actually, I'm gonna go get some creeping Jenny and put in here also. I did end up putting creeping Jenny in both of these pots. Remember, when you use creeping Jenny, that everywhere it touches soil, it will make roots. However, it's not too hard to pull out of a place if you do not want it in that specific spot. Just grab it out and those roots will come out with it. All right, guys, let's empty this wagon that I have back here. It is a gorilla cart, guys. That was the best $83 I have ever spent. If you get any kind of equipment that is going to help you walk around on your property while you're gardening or doing any type of work, I would say get a gorilla cart. I am not sponsored by them, but hello, best product ever. All right, you see that area behind me right there? That is going to be the fairy garden at some point. I'm gonna have to get my push weed whacker and get out there. It is now covered with Virginia creeper, and there's a little bit of poison ivy in there, but not a lot. I think if I wear long pants and boots and gloves, I might be able to get in there and weed whack it and not get any poison ivy on me, but we'll see. Who knows? All right, guys, I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna get all this cleaned up first before all the bad weather comes in. So let's see what else we can do today. some bearded iris in lavender and a light yellow bearded iris, and I'm going to add them down here next to these other bearded iris I have, and I'm going to plant a daylily right here next to my clematis. So I've got you up here on the porch because, as you can hear, it's raining, but I need to get this stuff done. So here we go. While planting these new irises, I realized that my irises that I had put in last fall were planted too deep. They were planted about 2 inches under the soil, in which irises need to be planted just beneath the soil with barely enough soil to cover them. So right here, I am just trying to get some of the soil off of the previous iris bulbs. All right, guys, it's still raining, but it's more of a sprinkle, so I'm just going to continue to add the plants that I have up here on the porch that need to get into the ground. They're going to need to be watered in anyway, so why don't go ahead and get them in the ground. Sorry, I don't have my microphone on. The only thing I have out here is my camera. I don't want anything to get wet, but I have some perennial phlox that I got from the Master Gardener's garden sale or plant sale, and I've got, I think, 3 or 4 of those, so I'm going to go ahead and get those in. And I don't really know exactly where I want them. I think I might put them right back here by the I don't know, I'll look and see. So let me go get them and we'll figure this out. Okay, I've got 3 plants of perennial phlox. They are pink and they are going to get 24 to 46 inches tall. So they are very, very tall. So they'll go on the back part of the bed, and they do take full sun. So I'm excited about these. Gonna baby these up just a little bit. Add some more fertilizer when I get any, because I didn't realize I was out. I've got plenty of hollytone and plenty of citrus tone, but no plant tone or anything like that. But I'm gonna flip y'all around and just let y'all watch me put these in the ground right over here. They are going to be pink, so I've got most of my pink that way. So we might pull them back this way and get some pink on this end. Okay guys, that is it for today on the farm. I think I am tuckered out and I'm tired of getting in and out of the rain. So I went ahead and also pulled some yarrow from the vegetable garden area and planted it right beside the phlox. So it'll have a white and a pink when they're in bloom. So I'm so excited about that. Thank you so much for watching the video today, and if you have not watched our channel before, thank you so much for joining us today. If you've not subscribed, you can subscribe for free. Just hit the subscribe button. Right next to it, there's a notification bell. If you hit that notification bell each time that I upload a new video, be it farm, garden, or home, or anything else, you will get notified immediately. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today on this dreary day on the farm, and make what you have beautiful.